Hey guys, how's it going? DQ here with yet another video, and today our topic is going to be about being black in Germany. How is it? This is my personal experiences and opinion of everything that I've been through in Germany, and I can't say this is the same experience that everyone has had. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right. I think the one thing that stood out for me right at the beginning was just the stares that people were giving me. The whole time I was in Germany, I was in the south, in Baden-Württemberg, which is just the southern part of Germany. And a lot of people are saying that's the reason why, from the other Germans that I met from northern Germany or western Germany. But even still, these were just my experiences. So the staring was intense. I would walk into a grocery store and everyone would just literally stare at me and follow, and it's like, okay, do I stare back? Do I look away? I just had no idea what to do. And that happened a lot. A lot of people had never seen a black person before, so it was just something that was new to them, and they would just look and stare. And then they would whisper to each other and like point, and it wasn't even nonchalant. Everyone would just do it out in the open. Even later on, some of my friends understood what I meant by the stares, and one of my friends actually messaged, because I posted a Facebook post about it. She actually responded, and this is what she said. "I never thought that it was that bad here until I went out with you. I recognized that people were staring at you, and they were also staring at me. They labeled me as the girl with the black man. They looked at me like I was a traitor or something. These looks made me uncomfortable, and I got a glimpse of what you might feel in your everyday life." It was just so intense there, and I just had no idea what to do because it was just an everyday thing. I ended up learning how to live with it and just ignore it, but this is just something that happens right off the bat. People were also just very, very bold, and I guess a little bit ignorant at the same time. When I say bold, I mean they would just come up to me like, "Oh my God, your hair is so pretty, can I touch it?" And it's like, I'm not a dog, I'm not an animal. You can't just come up and touch me whenever you want. And it's just the comments that people made. It's like, "Oh, where are you from?" And then it's like, "Oh no, where are you really from?" I think everyone has gotten that question before. I've gotten it so much. And people are just like, "Oh no, where are you really from? You can't be American." And I'm just like, but my family is 3, 4, 5 generations deep in America. So we are American, and people just don't understand that. And then I would mention that my dad is from Haiti. My whole father's side of the family is from Haiti. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's where it is, Haiti." But I'm like, what about the rest of my family? My mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, they were all American. So I don't understand why you can't just accept the fact that I am American. And then going back to my hair, I'm not opposed to people touching my hair as long as you ask. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want my hair touched." Like, no, you can't do it. Whereas in Germany, especially where I was, a lot of the people never saw a black person before in their whole entire life. And so I was more lenient and everything. And I was like, "Yeah, sure, you can touch it." But even still at the hairdresser and everything, they would just be like, "Oh my God, your hair's so nice, don't cut it." And I'm just like, I just want my hair cut. Can you just please cut it? Also, sometimes Germany can be very hostile towards black and brown people. Again, this is just my experiences. The reason why I say hostile is because I was out with friends at a club, and people had come up to us and would talk to my friends in German, not thinking that I can speak German. "Why are you friends with him? Do you not know what those people do? They come into this country and they steal everything." I'm just like, I'm right here, mate. Literally right here. I can hear everything you're saying. but I never really gave into it. My friends would look at me, they'd be like, oh my God, is this happening? And I just keep dancing, and I'm just like, nope, I'm just having a good time. Like, why let that ruin my night out at a club? But those are the things people would approach me about. Leading into that, you would get shoved a lot. Well, I've personally been shoved a lot. I was told to get out the country numerous of times. I wasn't wanted here. And one thing that really stuck out to me, I can't really say if it's because I'm a guy or it's because of my skin color. I was at a club and I was dancing on one of the tables, and I had a hat on, and my hat got knocked off and fell to the ground. There was a girl dancing right in front of me. It was two of them actually, and I tapped them and I said, hey, can you give me my hat? And they looked at me, gave me the evil look, and was just like, ugh, and just walked away. And I'm just like, what in the world? And some guy saw it, came over, picked up my hat, and gave it to me. And I hope they feel dumb. Again, I can't really say if it's because I'm black or it's because I'm a guy. But regardless, I think the way they reacted was, I literally was like, hey, my hat fell, can you pick it up? Like, pointing to it. Again, I speak fluent German, so I was saying it in German. And this was a student night at a club, so they were all students. So if this is how students were treating me, just imagine how the older races treated me. Lastly, I would say I was in Germany before the refugee crisis happened, and then when the refugee crisis happened, I realized that people were a little bit more hostile towards me, mainly because I was a brown person. I was literally on the train, and a guy comes up to me and was like, question for you. And again, I don't mind questions, ask all the questions in the world. He was like, should I be afraid of you? And I was like, excuse me? He's speaking to me in German, he's not speaking English. He was like, should I be afraid of you? And I was like, why would you be afraid of me? He was like, I don't know. When I see someone with your skin color, I have a fear that you might have a knife on you or a weapon, and I have to like cross the road. And I was like, why do you feel that way? He was like, because you're not from here. And my best friend, well, one of my best friends who was sitting right across from me, is Hungarian, and she was like, but I'm not from here either, so why are you approaching him and not approaching me? We're both not natives to this country. Our native languages aren't German, and yet we're here together speaking German, best friends. She's like, you just need to leave right now. Other people on the train were just looking and staring, and they gave the why is he saying that and everything, but no one actually spoke up. I'm so happy that my best friend was actually there. But I think the one thing that hit me the hardest was when I was working at a boarding school. The boarding school was from 5th to 12th grade, and I have to sit with the students at lunch. And that day I was sitting with the 7th graders. And the 7th graders were talking about the refugees. And they brought up how they were afraid of them. Not all of them, I think 2 of them said they were afraid, that they could have a weapon and everything. And I was like, why are you afraid that they have a weapon? And they said, because they're a different skin color than me. And I was like, but I'm a different skin color than you. And they're like, yeah, but you're Mr. DeMoss. And I'm like, I know, but that's because you know me. Because you know me, you have a certain different view towards me. And I'm like, they don't know you either. You could have a weapon on you as well. So should they be afraid of you? And they was like, yeah, you're right. I could have a weapon on me. And I was just like, exactly. So why are you making assumptions on someone based off of their skin color? And this is literally what they were telling me, is that they were basing it off of because they were a different skin color than them. They were afraid to get on the bus with them because Germany doesn't have a public bus system like the United States does, like a public school bus system. They have a public bus system, but not a public school bus system. So kids just get on the regular city buses and they go to school that way. And it just hit me that, is this what the students thought about me when I first came? I'm not going to say that the school is racist at all, because not a single person was racist towards me or homophobic or anything in that way. Not a single person said anything. Some of the students that I had, I'm best friends with to this day. They're 22, 23 years old, and I'm just like, hey, talk to a lot of them still. But it just hit me that these 7th graders felt that way. And clearly that comes from home. Because no one is born with, I'm not going to say hate, but these assumptions. But yeah, I guess that leads into the question, is it safe to be black or brown in Germany? And I personally would say yes. I do still feel that Germany is safe if you're black or brown. You will probably get a lot of arguments or something, but nothing has physically happened to me. And at the end of the day, I did enjoy myself. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more content. Yeah, I will see you guys next time.